Like many Americans, I too live in fear that showrunner Ryan Murphy will live to adapt everything that's ever happened. It feels like an inescapable truth that he will one day take over the entertainment industry single-handedly. So in order to get ahead of things, I've decided to come up with a list of Ryan Murphy shows that are probably going to be made. I'm also going to be reading them directly from my laptop screen, so say goodbye to eye contact for a while. Cherish these baby blues while you've got the chance. I don't know what color my eyes are. Number 1, Pamela, the story of a mother. After a new lawsuit, the rights to the Friday the 13th franchise will inevitably land in the hands of Mr. Murphy, and his take will be visionary. This riveting tale chronicles the trials and tribulations of one Pamela Voorhees, the mother of the famed Jason. Experience firsthand the trauma that she endured as a young girl growing up in 1930s America. You might think that the apparent death of her young son caused her psychotic break, but that's because you're stupid. Society poisoned her brain and made her crazy, which is better. Pamela will of course be played by Sarah Paulson, with an additional cast of Lily Rabe as the lake and Finn Wittrock as the corpse of 7-year-old Jason. I think it would be funny if there was a scene where Pamela was like trying to teach Jason how to swim and he's just not getting there, and she's like, whatever, you'll learn at camp. Number 2, American Business Story. As an attempt to cash in on the success of HBO's Succession, Ryan hastily announces a new entry in the American Story franchise. This one follows a group of wealthy investors who refuse to talk about any specific detail of their jobs on camera, and the series instead focuses on their dramatic personal lives, which involves several unrelated fetishes amongst the men. The series stars Evan Peters as John, Finn Wittrock as Sam, and Cody Fern as Joe, coming soon to Disney+. I think Finn's character is maybe addicted to feet? I don't know, we're still working out the kinks. Get it? Kinks? Number 3, Prom Night. That's right, we're getting a sequel to the wildly successful Netflix film The Prom, while also giving the Scream Queens fans everything they want. Get ready for the spookiest, social commentariest thrill ride of your life. All of our old friends are back because none of them managed to graduate. As if things couldn't get worse, this time our special prom friends will watch in terror as one by one they are slaughtered by an enraged killer. But who is he? Which one of their companions could have possibly betrayed them? Spoiler, it's James Corden.
Let's give this girl a prom!
Number 4, oh my god, Fishy, the Albert Fish story. Evan Peters stars as famed American serial killer Albert Fish. This 7-episode miniseries examines the human inside the monster. I'm sorry. Number 5. Oh my god, I'm really excited about this one. So number 5 is called Ethel. This is a complete remake of every single episode of the hit 1950s sitcom I Love Lucy, only this time seen from the perspective of her best friend and landlord, Ethel Mertz. We see her struggle to find agency in a world where her closest companion constantly overshadows her at every turn. Something dark is brewing inside the mind of Ethel, and soon she won't be able to control it. Starring Vivian Vance as Ethel. I know she's no longer with us, but I'm assuming that time travel will have been invented by this point. Number 6, I don't know why I'm trying to hold up fingers still, Wayside High. Here we see a dramatic, gritty retelling of the harrowing events that took place at Wayside School. In the style of Riverdale, this sideways adventure will leave you reeling as you experience the horrible tortures of Mrs. Groff, the enduring struggle of Mrs. Jules, and the weight that Sherry feels every day due to her ginormous eyelashes. Starring Kathy Bates as Kathy, Leslie Grossman as Leslie, and Barbie Ferreira as Mrs. Zarves. Dig deep for that last one. Number 7, American Horror Story, American Horror Story. So this is a meta season that takes place during the filming of American Horror Story Freak Show, but here we are offered an alternate history where not everything goes according to plan. Remember that scene where Emma Roberts got sawed in half? What if that, happened, in real life? Michael Chiklis could get eaten by an alligator. Dennis O'Hare could catch on fire. The world's your oyster. Think Final Destination, but more camp. Number 8, Ryan. Yeah, that's right. I think that Ryan Murphy should write and direct a mini-series about himself while he's still alive. It's extremely biased and makes him look amazing, and I watch every episode. Starring Sarah Paulson as Ryan Murphy. Hi, it's a different day. Number 9, Last Gleek Standing. While this might sound like a riff on the hit Tim Allen sitcom Last Man Standing, it's actually a Hunger Games-esque reality series in which fans of the show Glee fight each other to the death, while also singing about fighting each other to the death. The winner is whoever doesn't die of physical trauma once the season has reached its allotted 22 episodes. Last Gleek Standing will be hosted by Leah Michele and that guy that played the principal, who's also in everything. Coming soon to Fox++, a streaming site that I just made up. Number 10, Mr. White Brunette. The whitest, brunettest actors in Hollywood compete to see who will be crowned Mr. White Brunette. Ryan Murphy is the only judge, and the contestants are Cheyenne Jackson, Dylan McDermott, Matt Bomer, Cheyenne Jackson, did I already say that? Finn Wittrock, that guy from New Girl, Darren Criss. The competitions can be things like least convincing accent work. I'm excited, personally. Number 11, Privilege Jones. Privilege Jones is an original character that I created, but in the future I will begrudgingly sell the rights to one Ryan Patrick Murphy. Privilege is everything a girl could want to be. She's a senior in high school, her parents are both local politicians, and she was just recently elected class president. But Privilege has a secret, and if anyone finds out, this suburb of San Diego will never be the same. That's right, Privilege is bisexual. Jones will of course be played by the lovely and talented Gwyneth Paltrow. Number 12, Feud Afterlife. Desperate to capitalize on the success of the smash hit Feud Bette and Joan, Ryan decides to take this sequel to the next level. Bette Davis and Joan Crawford find themselves in purgatory. At first content with their situation, they begin to revolt once purgatory runs out of cigarettes. With only one opening available in heaven, this series sees the ladies fighting one last battle. The Battle for the Soul, starring Susan Sarandon as Bette Davis and Susan Sarandon as Joan Crawford. Jessica Lange was busy, don't worry about it. Now you might be thinking, isn't that poor taste?
Bad taste? Bad taste? God, it's business, woman! Business! Besides, bad taste is the petrol that drives the American dream.
Number 13, Popular. This isn't a fictional show, it's a show that existed, I just want it to come back. I want all the same actors in the same roles, in the same grade that they were in. I don't care if they're all old now, figure it out, Ryan Murphy. God, at least put it on streaming, you cowards. Anyway, that's my list. I feel reasonably confident that at least 5 of these shows are actually going to be made. I can see it happening. I feel it in my bones and my blood and my bones. Can you hear my stomach growling? Feel free to pitch me your own Ryan Murphy shows in the comments. Until next time, have a good, everybody have a time, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.